going to talk about hinges because it's quite complicated. I really wanted to have some offset hinges at the side or at the bottom. They're quite big, and they have a bit that will screw there, and then a bit, and then it sticks up a bit, and then it goes over and screws to the outside of the door. So I would have had to have had one there and one there, and then it would have opened out like that, or on the other side, or one there and one there, and then it would have folded, opened down. I couldn't have them opening up because I've got slightly sloping ceilings, and also I just didn't want them folding up. You have to then have stays to keep them up. I decided I didn't want them to open sideways because then I'd have this really long thing sticking into the van. So I'd have to step back and you know, go to step back here and I'd fall out of the van. So so I couldn't go up, I couldn't come sideways, so I knew I had to come down, and I don't have enough space. There would be very little room here to have the hinge attached to the outside. Because, well, I just worked out that because they're quite a little bit decorative, so I just wouldn't have had enough space, so it's quite disappointing. You can find out about offset hinges on my website, bohemiavan.com. I'll provide a link in the information box. So I'm just going to go for really simple. Can you get one? Gosh, where are they? Ah. Really simple hinges. I think they're called butt hinges. I'll show you the profile because I can't open it with one hand. They open up, and I'm going to attach them to the out. I'll have to try and open it up so you can understand me. God. Okay. That's what they look like, and they fold all the way closed that one way but not the other way. I'm going to attach them to the outside of the cabinet like that, and then there screw into the door, which will go there. So the door will be on the outside of the cupboard. It won't be flush. You know, it'll stop about there. I don't want it to go on the inside of the cupboards because I don't want to see this edge. I've yet to finish it off. It's going to look better than that, but it's not going to look perfect. So I want to hide that. And each cupboard entrance is not exactly the same. I don't want all of my doors to be, you know, higgledy-piggledy. So, well, they're not bad. They're not bad, but they're not perfect. I want the doors to look perfect. And I want all of the doors to be the same distance from the bottom, and that's why I've put this masking tape on, matched up to the bottom all the way down, and I've used a little bit of wood. Can't find it now. Here it is. Use a little bit of wood. I worked out. Oh, that's the wrong bit of wood. Well, I used a bit of wood. I worked out whereabouts the hinge needed to go on the smallest one, and then I worked out where, you know, the distance it needed to be, and I got a bit of wood that was the same as the distance that I wanted, and I matched it all the way along, and I made a mark. It's not exactly where the hinges are going to go horizontally, but I know vertically where they're going to go. And when they're all the doors are on, they're going to look really neat. They're all going to be at the same distance from the bottom. I think it's good to work from your straight edge, and this is my straight edge, the bottom of the cupboards, and then the doors will look nice and neat. So now I have to, I know where the hinges are, the height of the hinges. Now I need to double check the size of the doors. That's a little bit difficult because with the sloping ceilings, each one's slightly different. I don't think I'm going to have sloping doors though. I think I'm just going to have rectangles. So I'm going to double check my sizes because there's not much room for error, margin for error, and I'll show you how I get on.